JNN is brought to you by Honey's Air and Solar.
Today on JNN, a student battling cancer shares her inspiration to move forward.
And we also take a look at a senior's passion for music and last week's homecoming events.
Then we get the inside scoop on a new program approved by the district that cracks down on plagiarism. And Italia Gutierrez comes to us from the JNN Fall Sports Box.
Finally, we take a preview of next week's Dracula performance.
All this and more coming up on today's JNN.
Good morning, Gregori High. I'm Angie Morales.
And I'm Jake Bailey. Today is Friday, October 23rd.
Let's get started. A student on campus is battling the beginning stages of cancer and has found a support system and a teacher with just the right kind of experience. Maria Dominguez and Lisette Lopez bring you the story.
Many people describe Zaida Barajas as one of the happiest people they've ever met, and also one of the busiest. Until about a month ago, that all almost stopped with what seemed to be just the stomach flu.
Before my diagnosis, I was admitted into the hospital here in Modesto, so they had to do a whole bunch of different tests and stuff like that. And they still didn't have any answers, so it was frustrating. And then eventually I was admitted into the hospital in Roseville, and I was in there for a couple days before I got a diagnosis.
Barajas was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a type of cancer that makes cells in the lymphatic system grow abnormally and make it difficult for the body to fight infection. During this difficult time, the people around Barajas do as much as they can to keep her spirits up.
I always tell her, regardless of the situation, you will be okay. Look for the positive. Look for the things that make you happy right now. Things always happen for a reason. It's for the better. You're going to become a stronger person.
And one of the best people in her life is the person she turned to who shares a common perspective.
I talk to her pretty much every day or text her. I keep her laughing. And ever since I was diagnosed with skin cancer this past summer, she had been a support system for me.
Through the growing of their bond, they have built a trust that is unbreakable to the point of making 3 promises.
The first promise is that she will give me a big hug at graduation when she walks the stage in May. The second promise is that she will walk with me as a cancer survivor at the Relay for Life in Ripon this summer. And the third promise is that she will dance with me at her wedding. I may be in a wheelchair or a walker, but I'll do the best I can.
So I think for me, the positive would just be like my family and Mr. Kirk and my friends. We've definitely grown a lot closer already. So I know by the end of this, it's definitely going to be different.
Barajas is scheduled to be in remission in 6 months. She will return to school in April of next year. This has been Maria Dominguez and Lisette Lopez reporting for JNN.
Thanks, ladies. Senior Odalis Caro is a dedicated musician whose motivation and interest in music runs in the family. Catherine Swartz and Krista Aspiras bring you the story.
I started playing piano at the age of 4, saxophone at the age of 10, and bassoon last year.
Senior Odalis Caro is a dedicated musician whose talent is influenced by her family.
It goes back through my grandma, my dad's mom. She plays music, so she motivated my dad, and my dad helped me.
Her father, Carlos Caro, is a professional musician who performs all around the world and deeply inspires Odalis in her musicianship.
He played with different groups from all around the world. Like, for example, he went with Los Tigres del Norte from Mexico. He's been playing with all these different musicians and bands from New York and from Mexico and from Cuba. And so he's someone I look up to daily.
When she was young, I saw she got skills to music, because she got good ear and she got good rhythms, and we put her in piano at the early age, and she was really enthusiastic about that.
Like her father, Caro performs many gigs locally, such as Du's Restaurant, as well as with Cuban groups in the Bay Area.
Well, I'm in different bands specifically SF Jazz and the high school all-star jazz band. I also play with a Cuban singer and a little Cuban group there.
In addition to her gigs, Odalis also participates in Grigori's band department, which further advances her music skills.
I think she has a lot of advantages that most people don't have. She's grown up in it, she's already doing it, and she's grown up in a musical family. And so if there's anybody who's going to have the pedigree for something like that to be successful as a musician, I'd say it's Odalis.
With the support of her family, Odalis has developed a love for music.
Music to me means like it's who I am. Like if it weren't for music, I wouldn't be here. Like I don't know what I would do in the future.
With this mindset, Odalis plans to further her music education by applying to the Berklee College of Music in Boston.
It's definitely hard to get into the college I want to go to, but I know that through practice, through all these audition processes, and through everything that I've done these past 17 years, I know that I have a shot in going.
This has been Catherine Swartz and Krista Aspiras reporting for JNN.
Thanks, girls. Now, Leonella Moda takes you through last week's homecoming.
Some students at this school are hungry for a steaming, spicy chicken wrap. I, Emma Jacobson, am hungry for justice and a steaming, spicy chicken wrap. In order to buy my spicy chicken wrap, I'm willing to wait in the lunch line. Option number 2, of course, would be to cut in front of someone else. Does this sound familiar? Does this sound like the voice inside of your head? To cut or not to cut? Should that really be the question that you're asking yourself? Students, we all know the drill. The lunch lines form and the cutting begins. Do I have to prove it to you? Roll the film. Students, I don't want to bring the campos into this. The principal doesn't have to know. I am hungry for justice, because we all know it boils down to this. We are all hungry for our spicy chicken wraps, and we'd like to eat them while they're still steaming. So please, the next time that inner voice asks you to cut or not to cut, think about the rest of us. We put in the time to get our food. Shouldn't you?
Applications for next Tuesday's blood drive are still available today at lunch in the quad. The final day to turn in completed applications is Monday. Appointment space is limited and are filled on a first-come, first-served basis. Grigori's Floral Shop is now open in room M103. Flowers and balloons are available for purchase daily. The Modesto City School District has implemented a new way to submit work to teachers. Justin Yang and Anissa Medina filed this report.
Modesto City Schools has recently made available a new online resource called turnitin.com used by students and teachers, as the name suggests, to turn in written assignments. The program offers services comparable to that of Google Docs, in which teachers are able to give feedback through highlights, comments, and audio recordings.
I think turnitin.com begins with a premise of mistrust.
Utilizing an originality feature that displays similarities to other written works, Turnitin gathers information to verify the authenticity of students' essays from the database of the application itself, as well as other internet resources to counteract plagiarism. A percentage of the copyrighted content is traced back to the essay as a result.
Well, in most cases, a student may either plagiarize from another student, copy directly, or from an online source. I admit I can't detect every case of plagiarism because some students are better at changing sentence structure and diction than others. But when I do catch them, it's a 0 on the assignment and unsatisfactory. That's according to the conduct code.
If it is a final draft, that would be up to the teacher. Quite possibly the student could receive a 0 on that assignment and also be referred to the discipline office.
While plagiarism is a serious offense, Turnitin's features create many shortcuts that students must find their ways around by making mistakes and learning for themselves.
Our goal is to help students learn how to write better and incorporate sources into their writing so that they know how to do that when they get to college.
Plagiarism is a big deal at high school, but it's an even bigger deal at the college level. This will help teach students to make sure that their work is original, moving on up to other higher levels of education.
I would rather not use Turnitin. I would rather trust the students, and then if it happens, have consequences at the end. But I know if you use Turnitin.com as a tool to help the students get better, then I can see that more, as long as it's not strictly punitive.
Give or take, it will generally be up to how the teacher will use the resource that will dictate the effectiveness of Turnitin. This has been Justin Yang and Anaisa Medina reporting for JNN.
Thanks, guys. Fast Club's Red Ribbon Week begins on Monday. The dress-up days are as follows. Monday is Pajama Day, Tuesday is Hero Day, Wednesday is Workout Day, Thursday is Sports Day, and Friday is Spirit Day. Members of Fast Club will be on the stage every day at lunch with games and prizes. Tryouts for boys basketball begin Monday after school. See Coach Vandermolen for more information. For boys and girls interested in joining the wrestling team, there will be a brief meeting Wednesday at lunch in room L101. Speaking of sports, here is Italia Gutierrez with the JNN Fall Sports Box.
What's up, Jags? I'm Italia Gutierrez coming to you from the JNN Fall Sports Box. Today we bring you the games from Tuesday and league standings as of October 21st from your varsity athletics. Let's start off with water polo. Boys water polo is tied for first with Downey with an 8-1 league record. They beat Davis on Tuesday 16-5. The girls lost to Davis on Tuesday 10-9. Girls are currently 6-3 in league. Next up, soccer. Alex Sanchez Rivas scored the first goal for Grigori on Tuesday versus Modesto to get our boys rolling. Unfortunately, the Jacks came up short, losing to the Panthers 3-2. They are currently second in MMC with 3 wins and 3 losses and 3 ties, and an overall season record of 9-6-3. Cross country. Boys are in solid 3rd place behind Mohai and Downey. Girls are currently in 4th place. Catherine Swartz talked to a few of the runners along with Coach Philpott and Soderland. Let's take a look.
It's gone pretty well. We're a rebuilding year because we lost a lot of our seniors last year. We have a lot of talent though, like our frosh-off team has really been doing well.
I'm more of a varsity team, but they put me on frosh-off for more like weekend meets. So far, I think I did pretty good this season. Just one bad meet, but everybody has their bad days.
We just came from the Rough Rider Invitational, and our frosh-off teams did so well together that we got the frosh-off Sweepstakes Award. So we're really happy about that. Our girls got second, our boys got third. Our top runner has been Santiago Ruiz.
We trained smart. At the beginning of the year, we didn't really do that much speed, but now since the season started coming to an end, we're hitting a lot of speed.
And then the varsity girls are in 4th right now, 1 point behind Downey, so they could possibly beat Downey at the league, and we'll see what happens.
You can catch that race at Tuolumne River Park today. First race starts at 2:30. On to football. Last Friday, our Jags played Modesto High for homecoming. Demetrius Vinton scored the first 3 Jag touchdowns, and Nathan Duffy scored the 4th and the final. Modesto High emerged with the 31-27 victory. Jag football is currently in 5th place in MMC with 1 win and 2 losses and an overall record of 4-3. Next, tennis. On Tuesday, our Lady Jags beat Johansson 9-0. Sasha Origel finished both her matches with a score of 6-0 along with Rochelle DeHuya and Leah Kim. The tennis team is currently 2nd place with a season record of 9-1. Grigori Golf. Grigori lost to Enox 236-227 on Tuesday. They maintain an overall record of 9-3 and maintain a standing of 2nd place in MMC. Our girls are going to sections Monday at Creekside. Now let's talk about volleyball. The team played Davis Tuesday night and started off strong with a 25-7 score in the first match. The second match ended 25-3, followed by the third match ending with a score of 25-6. The girls are now 19-5 overall and 1st place in MMC with an 8-0 record. Today, football plays Johansson on their turf, and cross country has an MMC meet at Tuolumne River Park. Check out jagnews.net for updated scores and upcoming games. That's it for your Fall Sports Box this week.
Thanks, Italia. And now, JNN takes a look at drama's production of Dracula, opening next week. Dracula opens October 29th in the Black Box Theater.
Admission is $3 for the 3 o'clock show and $5 for the 5 and 7 o'clock shows.
Well, that's it for JNN today. I'm Jake Bailey.
And I'm Angie Morales.
See you next time.